Alright, so we're going to look at how to open iMovie, and you're going to learn how to make a project now and edit it and go through some of the different editing options, and then this will be posted and you will learn how to make a welcome video or an announcement video for orientation or open house, and then you'll be able to make instructions for days when you have a sub or for things that are you're doing over and over again, day in, day out. You can kind of just run the instructions. I use iMovie to make my vocabulary foldable instructions. That way we didn't have to go over it more than once, and you can add some music to it and make it somewhat silly, and the students for a moment can be lost in the humor of the Bach Academy instructor's twisted mind. Not just mine, but all of yours. So, to open, again, down in your dock, iMovie is the star with the camera inside. Mine opens quickly because I already had it opened. Alright, so we got the picture-in-picture. To start a new project, go up here to File, New Project. We're going to again go with the No Theme. Alright, so we have our open canvas. Now remember, there are two different ways you can mark all of your stuff as part of your library. You can mark it as what you like and don't like. I like to just grab pieces, drop it up here, and then from there I cut and paste. So we're going to go down here. We will use, let's just look at something interesting. How long is our rocket? We'll look at our rocket clips that I made of for the rocket launch, the interviews and stuff. That way you can kind of see the audio and cut and paste it. So we'll take the entire clip of Miss Thompson, put it up there. Remember, if you double click on it, it selects the entire thing. Drag it up here. So that will be your, as you can see there, it's in the smallest compressed form. So now I made it larger. So now we'll just watch it with our audio.
So the question is what I just asked.
Did you just drive off?
Wait. You have to open it. Come in and listen to my answer.
I just want to say something.
He wants you to answer a question.
Okay.
The question is, how do you feel the rocket program has benefited?
Okay. So in order to cut pieces out, again we said that you are going to highlight the pieces that you don't like, move them out of there. So let's roll back up.
So we're rolling. So the question is what I just asked.
Did you just drive off?
Wait. You have to open it.
Okay, as you can tell, that's not how we wanted it to go. So we're going to find that where it started.
Did you just drive off?
Wait.
And as you can see, I'm slowly just moving my cursor across.
You have to open it.
And that just gives me, let me show you what I mean by slowly moving my cursor across.
You have to open it.
All I do is just slide across the mouse pad, and you'll see it's moving that there.
I just want to say
Okay, so enter Miss Dunson. We don't want any of that,
He wants you to answer a question.
so we're going to start from where she actually answers the question.
How do you feel the rocket program has benefited students at Bach that other students may not have received that type of benefit or education? So somewhere along those lines.
Okay.
And
Well, a lot of the students at Bach Academy.
Okay, so we heard her say well a lot.
Okay. Well,
So go a little bit before that. Click, drag all the way back across. Once you've dragged all the way back across, you simply hit delete, and that is gone. So it starts now from...
Well, a lot of the students at Bach Academy don't have an opportunity to
Okay, so I've cut that piece out.
travel abroad. Some stay right in the Lake Wales or Winter Haven area. Our rocket launching program allows students not only to go out of the state, not only out of the country, but out of the world. Just last year, we sent 5 kids to the moon. Now, we did get 4 back. 1 is still out there somewhere in space. We're not really sure where, but what other middle school sends kids to the moon? That's what I want to know. You need to be a part of Bach Academy's rocket launch.
Okay, so and there's always the time when you can't control the person who's talking on the other side of the mic, and so you, once they're done and they think they've done a great job and they give you a thumbs up, you go back in and you take away everything that they have created, and you fix it and make it sound like what you want it to sound like. So,
Rocket launching program allows students not only to go out of the state, not only out of the country, but out of the world.
so we'll stop there because that leaves it open to the interpretation of those listening.
Just last year, but out of the world.
Out of the world. So now we cut her off. And we'll go and bring it all the way to Miss Dunson. Okay. So again, I've highlighted what I want to get rid of. I simply hit my delete button. And now you see here, and I'll zoom in a little bit on this. You see in between the 2 clips, the transition. Your iMovie probably will have its own transitions set, but you can adjust those transitions, and I'll show you that at the end. I'll show you all the editing stuff in a few minutes. But that means that there's a transition between those 2 clips. So now we'll look at Miss Dunson's part, which comes after Miss Thompson.
Beginning of the assembly.
Okay.
So kind of just...
So we can already see that we're not going to want any of this because you can see in the background Miss Thompson, so that means that we're definitely not ready yet. Miss Thompson's gone, so we'll start listening.
Huge. What do you want? What do you need?
Well, I just want to remind you that I have to leave exactly at 2 o'clock, so that letter, I don't want you to wait
Okay.
till...
I'm doing it next.
That's Miss Blackwater.
Very
This
nice.
might take 30 seconds.
Okay.
Collected thoughts. But basically, kind of something when I'm thinking...
That's what I'm going to talk about.
Yeah, work
The
with stuff,
mentor. Yeah.
So I think that was
Yeah.
kind of really
Okay.
neat thing to touch on. All right.
Okay, so we don't want any of the Miss Dunson stuff. So what's happened is we've got a clip there that we don't need. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down to the bottom to our library and find what we do want.
What I love about the Rocket Project, I absolutely love the excitement of launch day and just how I was amazed the first time at how...
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this, double click again, enter for done. Now if I drag this over top, and I'm going to picture in picture again so you'll see. If I drag this, and let's make it smaller so you can fully see what's happening. If I drag the new one right over top of the old one, if I drop it there, it's going to ask me, do I want to replace from start, replace from end, replace at playhead, all these different things, insert. Here's where the picture-in-picture is that I've been doing. So I'm going to go back up to replace, and now what we just had and didn't want has been replaced with what we do want.
About the Rocket Project. I absolutely love the excitement of launch day and just how I was amazed the first time at how high they went up. So the excitement about the science and the physics of it all. But more importantly, I love the interaction between the generations. And it's a time where Bach students get to meet people who have lived all over the world and connect with them and learn about their lives, the lives of high-achieving people. I think also what it does, they see that this entire community of Mountain Lake reaches out to a community, the community of Lake Wales, and spends 3 afternoons just focusing on the kids at Bach Academy. That's pretty special. And I want to really thank Mrs. Collins and Mrs. Brockelman for getting this started, and General Abramson. How many kids get to meet a real live general? It's amazing. You better come to Lake Wales High School. We need you up here. See you around.